It's murder time. We're on the road to nowhere. Nobody cares. Except maybe RNG would care. Hey look, it's the puddle of nothingness. I'm still confused about that puddle. I wish somebody would use it for something. Maybe put a boss in there, like Duke Fishron. But Sylestia. What is this? What is this feature? Can we talk to her? Oh. Okay. Be careful of her. I think she's self-aware. And my character just doesn't even mind that she has no dialogue. Cool. I don't know how this works. I think we can do a thing. I think we can add things to the plant, and it increases the chance for more pets to... I really should read the thing. I really should read the instructions for these things, but it seems like you add them to the plant, and then it increases the chance for pet to spawn. That sounds like a lot of fun. Oh. Why can't we see their health bar? I think it makes the game more exciting. Makes it like real life. When you're fighting something in real life, you can't see its health bar. This is why we can't see their health bar. It just makes it way better. You have to rely on pure instinct to know if the enemy's going to die. This is what Sylestia needs. Oh, a boss. We can't see her name. That's also instinctive. Sometimes you don't get the names of things. But I don't know. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Just joking. Now we can see her health bar and I guess her name. Contrary to what my original thoughts were, her name is not Pinkie Pie, or Caterpie, or Pink Caterpie? Caterpie? That would have been way better. Pink Caterpie. And that's the stuff, and there's a bunch of people talking. Yes. So let's continue the exploring. Let's get the eggs. We're basically looting. We're basically killing these people and then looting their houses. I think we're the bad guys in this game. But that's alright. Oh, moths. Kill the moths. Kill everything. That's how you win at festivals. You kill everything really fast. Yeah. Get the chest. Why are there like random chests and stuff? I don't know. But I think the bandits leave the chests on the floor and then it just sort of, I don't know, I think they just leave their stuff there and then they forget about their stuff. Or maybe we kill them and obviously they're dead so they can't get their stuff and then we take their stuff. We have to find their stuff. I don't know. But I think it would be nice to find some eggies or some nests. And I think it would be nice to find themed. We're on a boat to nowhere. Nobody cares. Oh. Pick up the floating things in the water. Sometimes they have stuff in them. Actually, they always have stuff in them. Also kill these things. These things are very annoying. Nobody likes the water sprites. Why is there fertilizer on the water? Did someone poop in the ocean? I think somebody pooped in the ocean. Yeah, we just gotta get rid of our stuff. Something about item has been discarded. Yeah. So we have to carefully select all the things that we can do away with. I think, to be fair, most of the stuff in here we could get rid of. But for some reason I'm hoarding, and I don't know why. I don't need dust. I need gold, probably. I used to have like 12 million. Now I'm down to 5 million. Due to just buying hundreds of prismers. But no, I don't need the dust, and I don't need to use them, and I don't need to reforge them, or nothing. So they're just clogging up space in my inventory, yet for some reason I feel like I need to keep them. These hallowed sprites, they are driving me insane. They just heal themselves up. They're only good for being mana fodder. You use them to get your mana back. But apart from that, they're absolutely useless, and they just plague the water. And ever since that Vorpal thing appeared in the water, then all these little sprites showed up. And I don't know, it's been like 6 years now, and we've killed Vorpal 6 years ago, and we've reduced the sprite population. How are they breeding so fast? Why do we still have sprites in the water? It's terrible. It's an infestation. Sylestia has a sprite problem. Yes. It's better than having a pixel problem. Derp. Although maybe all of these avatars are pixel problems. Like, most of these bandits are terrible looking. They just... The reason why they wear their masks on over their mouths is because because they just look terrible. It's because their mouths are constantly like frowning. I don't know. I think they've got mouth phobia. Oh, we have a fish lady. Or is this a fish boy? I can't actually see the names of the bosses right now, but you'll be able to probably see them. I don't know how to fix this issue, but basically what we see here right now is a fish boy. And I don't know what that pet is. I'm pretty sure he's a fish boy. I don't know what this is depicting. And let's look at the stuff. We didn't get anything. Except for some reason we got three poops from that dude. He obviously had 3 meals prior to me beating him up. Because how else are you going to get 3 poops if, you know, unless you're consuming 3 meals? But plant. Just put them on the plants and the plants will be happy. I think these bandits are sisters. They both got red hair, orange hair. They're ginger ninjas. The ginger ninjas. Ginger bandits. Like the ginger nut bandits. Yeah, we'll stop. We'll stop. It's terrible. But I actually like ginger nuts. I bought like ginger biscuits, like they're biscuits made out of ginger. I don't know if you guys get them over in America, but They are the best thing on this earth since sliced bread. Since sliced bread. Not even joking. You gotta put ginger, you gotta get the correct brand of ginger nuts. Like, not the shoddy brand, you gotta get the really good brand of ginger nuts. And you put them in your tea. And you leave them in the tea for about 10 seconds. Just before they go too soggy. And then you consume, and they're delicious. And they're just the best thing since sliced bread, not even joking. There are other nice biscuits. In fact, there are lots of nice biscuits you can dunk in tea. Like, I'm constantly drinking tea and just putting stuff in tea. It's delicious. What's really good, also, if you go to McDonald's and you get chips and you get ice cream, put the chips in the ice cream. Literally, just have ice cream on chips. It's delicious. Because you get it's like eating salted ice cream. Oh, that's right. I just shouted Dyrus and Bainey, and I'm smushing everybody. Yeah. Hi. I'm currently kind of battling right now. You guys should join me. If only there was a multiplayer feature where we could just battle stuff. That'd be pretty cool. I'd get Dyrus and Bainey, and of course the Death Machine, Absol. And I think Scath is also a Death Machine too. She just doesn't know it yet. She hasn't reached the Absol level yet, but she easily could. And that is absolutely terrifying. It's like seeing a serial killer in the making, except this time it's for Sylestia. Man, I cannot remember any of this chat that I was writing, and I can't even see the chat because, I mean, you guys will be able to see it, but I can't see it a thing. I can't see it. But I assume what I'm typing is not going to revolutionize quantum physics. Just putting it out there. That little chat window is not the place for. It is not the place for intelligent thinking. No. No. But might actually cut this bit out. Also, there may be a privacy issue with this, so we'll just see how we go. Yeah, let's go back to murderizing things. Murderizing rabbits, murderizing moth, murderizing humanoids. Oh, I forget what she does. She's like another farmer, and look, there's perfect 100 everything. Let's ruin it, shall we? Let's have a look and see. Do we have enough traps? Do we have enough traps? I don't think we have enough purple ones. Yeah, I think we'll need more. Yeah, we definitely, we don't need that. We already have 100 traps. But that works. We just one? I think we're just trolling everyone here. I think it's just we messed up the perfect order, and no one will ever know. We just carry on our merry way, except for those two bandits. I think they are aware of this. If only I could use the trap on the bandit. Then I could have, like, humanoid bandit pets. I think everybody would be happy. Well, think a lot of people would be happy with, especially with a hairstyle like that. That is a pretty beast hairstyle. I think we can have that on our avatars. But I'd like it in pet form as well. Just, hey, a noodle. Oh, we killed the noodle. That's a pretty boss. She's basically a Furiki, and her name, I believe, her only name is Kada. She's pretty dope. I mean, beast as well. Dope or beast, I prefer the term beast, to be fair. But, like, her little Furiki has an orb, and she's got an orb that's slightly bigger, but they're both like the same orb, so if you're going to collect her set, you need a Furiki pet that's the same as her tail, or you could mix it up. I mean, to be fair, I have received no drops today, which means, you know, if you manage to get one of her tails and if you manage to get one of her pets. But knowing my luck, I'm just gonna get poop bags instead of clothing. Plants can eat poop, but yeah. Wonder what the chat's doing. I find the chat awfully distracting when I'm trying to murder. I think this is why the dinosaurs went extinct. Too many Sylestians, overpopulation of Sylestia, not enough dinos to go around. You know, we took their eggs and we probably bred them into the non-dinosaur version of lizards. Like, I don't know, just the little weak dinosaurs that we see today, and the little weak lizards that we see today. Like little burbs, little tiny burbs, and she's pretty as well. She's very interesting, and she got a tail. What is that tail? Is that meant to be a flower? Or it kind of looks like fangs from here, but I might be going a little bit blind. But they do, her tail does look like a set of fangs. Reminds me of Plantera. That boss from Terraria keeps thrashing me. This boss is not thrashing me at all, so that's okay. So she's not like Plantera in function, just in form. Oh, yeah. I'm always down for new max stats and super statted max stats. I always get very obsessed to see new max stats. I think the last ones I got were super statted Tempest Wind or Leon. They had like the Ibis beaks. They were pretty great, and I snapped up 3 instantly. I should switch my battle party to those. Okay, they're pretty beast. Yeah, they are pretty beast, and yeah, I've seen these before. Because I'm talking over footage. So I'm not talking at the same time as footage. My apologies if you would prefer it to be done differently, but I find it a lot easier to just talk over footage to just ramble on after the fact. It makes my speaking voice clearer, and I find I'm able to rabbit on a bit easier, but that's fine. But yeah, those Nivines are a pretty beast. I'm gonna have to acquire those from Baney. Nightbane Wolf is the one doing those, so they're pretty good. I should get like 3, color them all in differently. They're like feathered lizards. Everybody loves the feathered lizards. They date back to Quetzalcoatl times, and you know, in World of Warcraft there were these flying beasts called feathered wind serpents, and they were like long, skinny snakes with wings, and they had feathers, and they shot lightning out of their mouths, and yeah, they were pretty great. I tamed a couple of those as pets. In fact, I think I created a hunter just so I could tame one of those as a pet. And then I think they became a little pet as well. Which is like having a pet, except they're smaller and they don't battle. Both variations of Wind Serpent are cool. Yeah. And I think you could even get a Wind Serpent as a mount. I know in that game you could get, like, the Manta Rays, you could get them as mounts. Except it took a lot of grinding, and it took a lot of, mainly reputation grinding, and you had to gather, like, lots of crystals and stuff. I can't remember, but it was a long time ago. But they're basically like stingrays with armor on them, and they swam in the sky rather than swimming in the ocean. They basically flew, which was a nice feature, actually. A nice I just really liked the concept of that at the time, and I really pushed to get one of those mounts, and I did eventually. I think I actually got a couple, but because you could get them in different colors as well, and that was pretty cool. This game doesn't seem to have that system at the minute, the idea of acquiring mounts. Although it's mentioned in Qatari lore that often Qatari are used as mounts. I suppose the bears could also be used as mounts as well. Are we looking at more? Oh, that's right. I remember this. Okay, Im was pretty great. He or she, or they, was giving away perfumes to everybody who asked, and yes, this is me requesting for a perfume just absolutely shamelessly. In fact, I think I actually gave you a perfume at Christmas time. I'm pretty sure, which means I'm probably getting one back that I gave you, because I had like 20 of these perfumes, and I gave them all away. I gave like one to each person, and it seemed like a good idea at the time, because I was being all nice and stuff. It was pretty great, but now I regret not keeping like 5. I should have kept 5, you know, because I kind of regret doing that now, because I actually like to use perfume sometimes, but it's not too bad. It's like not buyer's remorse, it's like seller's remorse. It's like the opposite of buyer's remorse. Yeah. It's remorse for seller. Seller remorse, yeah. Go in there. It's another Veriki lady. She's got a staff. Or is that like a walking cane? Is that a he or a she? I think it's a he. It's a walking cane. Can you not walk? Can Furiki dude not walk? Possibly not. Ah, equipment is full again. Hey, mystery seed pouch. It's alright. I just found a scroller on the side of my screen and I wonder what it does. I'm just gonna quickly press it while I'm recording. Oh. It turned everything blue. I'm just going to ignore that. Not going to look at that. It just turned everything blue. We could see what it does after this, but not during, probably. It's a doggo with dapple fur. I mean dapple. Oops, I mean fallow deer. What's this dapple fur? Which one's dapple fur? Pretty sure Zolnixi do have dapple fur, but fallow deer is quite nice. If you use the right sequence of colors, you could make it look like the night sky. That's something potentially pretty that could be used. So I know a lot of people in this game like the space and cosmic themed stuff, because I know that seems to be quite a common variant of traits and avatar items and stuff. And I notice a lot of people really like to snap that stuff up. So we're just going back through the cave. I think I remember at this point, I actually had no idea where I was going, and yeah, I didn't know what I was doing or where I was going, and I refused to look at a map, even though Tori does really nice maps. I think it's Tori? I don't know, I think the username is Tori, and she puts a lot of effort into making maps. So, oops. I'm not gonna edit that out because I'm probably lazy, but oh, we're themed. Don't kill the themed. It'll make people upset. It's like it's a burb. It's a big burb. But it's got ice blue feathers. That is quite a nice burb. Admittedly, we do give it away to a username. Well, we don't give it away, but we sell it at low prices to a username. And just look at its traits. It's just got 2 carries. It's not storm armor and something else. I really should fix the recording screen because I can't see as much as you guys can, which means I can't comment as much as I would probably be able to. Just checking to see how many in existence there are. There's quite a few already. I do like the skeleton themed one. I know Dyrus really likes. I know he's fond of Plaguebringer Nixies, and I think it was Skeleton Nixies as well. Not Nixies, sorry, not Niveans, Nitekaris. That's what they're called. Okay, a Plaguebringer Nixie would be very interesting. Yeah, like a Plague Doctor. Plague Doctor Nixie. That'd be a great theme, actually. Just lots of black and green, like my radioactive moth. Just checking stuff. That's, oh yeah, the perfume, and yeah, yeah. Thank you. You're actually very sweet. Um, People just do nice things in this game, and it's nice. It's great. Yeah. I recently read about, well, I didn't read, but I saw a YouTube video of gaming communities that were, or there was a specific gaming community that's quite toxic, and I've noticed it's always the first person shooter multiplayer type games that are quite toxic. I think this was called Rainbow Six. I've never actually heard of that game, but after hearing some of the voice chat comments in that game, I would steer clear of that one, because, man, people were very nasty in that game and aggressive and just very childish. Yeah, I mean, there are some very toxic communities out there. In fact, even World of Warcraft got quite toxic after a while. Apparently during Classic and Burning Crusade it was quite nice. And I guess it really depends what kind of guild you join and whether you just do the pug groups or the random raids groups. Then you start to meet a lot of toxic people. But if you're in a guild that you enjoy, it's not so bad. But yeah, I guess it would be similar with Rainbow Six and other games, perhaps. I would tentatively suggest Fortnite could be quite toxic, but I know Fortnite's very popular. That's usually the reason why communities get really toxic, is because they just get overpopulated with people, and then suddenly every person and his dog wants to play that game, not necessarily because they enjoy the game, but just because it's popular, and they want to be a part of it. I don't know. It's like a bandwagon thing. I don't know. But what's really nice is Sylestia is not like that. Yeah, it's a very nice community, just overall. Yeah. Trying to think of other toxic communities. The only thing I can think of, honestly, that's toxic and it's not video game related, but apparently the Steven Universe fandom got a little bit toxic for a bit. I generally tend to avoid fandoms in general. I just stick to original content and just, you know. But, so I don't know much about the Steven Universe fandom, but I've heard a little bit of flack from it. Yeah. Apart from that, Steven Universe, very nice show. And there's actually a lot of spoilers happening at the minute. Obviously there's a super long hiatus happening with that, but it's, generally a very, basically the last update was extremely controversial, and it's basically a continuation of other spoilers. It's just one spoiler after another, so I won't be talking too much about it for those of you who have yet to catch up. But yeah, it's an interesting show. It's a good show. I enjoyed it immensely. I've only just started to get into things like, yeah, another pouch. I've only just started to get into things like, hey, we're back onto the path, and I don't know why we're back in that garden. And I think we're looking for a final boss. There's pretty sure along this way there's at least 3 more bosses to fight, so we'll do that. But I've recently only just gotten into Homestuck, but I won't be talking about that much at all because I have trouble understanding Homestuck, both the fandom and the original content. It's quite erratic. No, what's the word? Not erratic, but the content generated there is quite spontaneous and random. Even when it's not random, it seems random. But oddly enough, it all links in quite nicely. There's just so much poop. What is it with this game and poop? I think this is the only festival where we just get poop in massive quantities and then we kind of like get excited over it. Because the other festivals, it's like, well, in winter, it's... Oh, I actually forget what's used in the other festivals. Because in autumn, it's... No, I've forgotten. I've actually forgotten what the other festivals use instead, but they don't use poop. This is the only festival that actively uses poop as a main ingredient of things, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's plants, and you know that's what plants do. They just sort of, yeah, they poop. I mean, they devour poop. It provides great nutrients for them. Is this dude called Micah? I actually got a friend in real life called that. It's an interesting name. Yay! We got a doodle buddy. And, dude, that guy went heavy on the ferrets. That guy went heavy on the ferrets. Bruh. I didn't even notice it when I was playing because I was focused on the Sandy boy. Or, you know, companion noodle. But yeah. I think there's, dude, I think there's only one more boss left. The scavenger list for the in-game Sylestia one, because there's 2 scavenger hunts, an outdoor one and an inside the game one. And some of the requests are quite strange this year. They're telling you to participate in things that are not spring themed, which, yeah, it's fine, it'll be fun. They're actually telling you to participate in stuff that I wouldn't normally participate in. So, hopefully I can get my brain to do some of those, like the Easter egg one where you have to make a real life art and craft. I generally tend to not do stuff like that, or if I do, I'm usually doing it satirically or just taking the piss, because I don't know if you guys saw, but they were like, do a pumpkin carving or digital pumpkin carving, and my digital skills are quite shoddy, and like I'm totally aware that they're shoddy, so I kind of just played on that and I just made a really terrible, like, you know the old Lunamara? You know how the old Lunamara got revamped into something which basically nobody agreed with. It looked like a humanoid Disney wasp or something. It looked like an ant, and nobody was into that. Nobody wanted it, and so they kind of demanded that the body gets thicker and, you know, there was more fuzzy. Granted, it does look nicer now, but at the time, what was very interesting. At the time, I kind of played on that when I did my design for the pumpkin, and I just did a shoddy thing in paint. I think I didn't use paint, but I just used the image preview to do the art, and I sort of did a crude replica of the shoddy design nobody liked, and yeah, that's probably what I do with the Easter egg, to be honest.